Back to the channel, everybody. Oh, welcome back to the Trailer Park, bitch. I'm Lady Nika, in with the Real Housewives of Atlanta. This is season 9, episode 2, entitled, I think, Housewives, House Wars, or some shit like that. It'll be down in that good description box when I upload the video. Now, this episode, it was a little bit better than the premiere episode of the new season, but it still feel like it's not the beginning of a new season, you know. It still feels like they just kind of picked up where they left off at, you know. And it's just not. I'm still entertained, you know. I still like the catty shade and shit that Cherie and all of the ladies like to throw at each other. You know, that makes for a good kiki on a good Sunday night. But it just don't feel like this is a new season. It seemed like something missing, you know. And I think this is where they need to start, you know, Andy and crew start considering possibly bringing in some new people, because these ladies act like they just there. It's like, okay, the camera on, okay, let me jump into action. And the minute the camera go off, like they hightail it away from each other. But anyway, it wasn't that much to this episode. I ain't gonna hold you long, honey, because it's bright and early. I mean, like 5 something in the morning here. And I'm up trying to get this done because I have, you know, a life beyond YouTube. And so I'm going to try to get this out to you. Now, we're going to start back off over at Kenya's house at the housewarming party. Now, y'all know that Portia came along with Phaedra as her +1. Again, I don't know why she did that. When a bitch don't like you, that would be senseless for you to go to that whole house. I don't give a damn if you're a +1, a +2, a +10. When somebody don't like you, you stay off their territory and their lands, and that's just what she should have done. However, Kenya did come in, see her, and she asked her to step out, you know, out there on the balcony area, and she didn't really have to say that much. All she said was, and that's something else. Kenya, if you got something to say it, girl. Say it. It shouldn't have been all of that based on past experiences, and this is my home. Look, you wasn't invited. I'm not comfortable with you here. But apparently the anger management is working to a certain degree for Portia, because she didn't fuss, she didn't argue. She told her, okay, I understand. She didn't even let her finish it. She got ready to leave. Phaedra decided to go with her, you know, since she did bring her, and off they go. You know, it wasn't no big deal. She explained to Kenya explains to Candy and the girls that she did indeed ask, you know, kind of ask her to leave because she's not comfortable with her being there or whatever. Well, Cherie decided that she gonna leave too. She catches up with them as they going down this hill of disaster, and basically, you know, she asked Portia what was said. Portia say she just basically told me she, you know, didn't want me here, and since I didn't really want to be here no way, it was no big deal. Sheree say she's sweating up under her titties and armpits, so she gonna give him a ride on to the house because she finna kill her ass too. Now inside, Matt shows up, okay? Matt show up now. According to the storyline, Matt and Kenya ain't seen each other in about a month since he acted a fool in Mexico and kicked down the door and then, you know, scared the fuck out of her. Now, when he walk up to her, she talking to Candy or whatnot, and, you know, he kind of making pleasantries, but he said he wanted to talk to her. So they go off and they have a little conversation, and basically he's saying that he was supposed to be her protector. Her thing is, if you're my protector, why do I fear you? It's a lot of work we're going to have to do to get back to the point where I totally trust you, because I don't know how to respond when you nut up like that, and no woman would. I mean, even though it's Kenya, it don't make no difference. If a man of that size, any man really jump up and get to acting a damn fool, kicking indoors, you're not going to know how to really receive what the fuck he trying to give. And of course, it's going to make you apprehensive about kicking it with him any further. So I get what Kenya was saying, but she did say that they could work it out, and she felt that, you know, optimistic that they was going to work it out. That's right, Kenya girl. If you feel like you want to keep you on Ike Turner type, do you, girl. I mean, hell, I can't tell you what to do with your puss. You run that thing the way you want to. Anyway, the next scene took us to seeing Phaedra and Kenya met up. according to Phaedra, she is willing to give Kenya another chance. She want to get to know Kenya all over. They've had their differences, but now that they're, you know, everything is settled, she looks forward to trying to start anew with Kenya. Now, everybody in here that believe they raise your motherfucking hand. Oh, okay, me too. But anyway, so Kenya ride with this pretty yellow on. That bitch a pretty woman, baby. That chocolate up against that yellow. I said, yes, God, bitch. You better serve. That's why they can't stand that hoe, because she's natural. She's natural with all her beauty. But anyway, she gets there, and of course she talks about, you know, her and Matt being in a better place. And of course, you got Phaedra talking about when Kenya got some peanuts, she happy. She's calm. So she praying to God that Matt stick around. In the meantime, she talking about she trying to hold her mule till her divorce is over. Of course, there's that shade in the background. Child, I don't give a damn what Phaedra trying to sit here and say. She knows she laying up with somebody. Phaedra's shade was, Lord, please let Matt stay around, because as long as Kenya got dick, she seemed to be in a good place. The purpose of that meeting is Portia is going to have an event to try to bring all the ladies together to see if they can mend all their fences, namely the people she done had issues with. And she has sent Phaedra as the person to ask Kenya would she be interested in going. Kenya said that once she receives a proper invitation, because that's a must, then she'll probably attend this meeting. Okay, cool, whatever. Let's go over to the Candy Factory. And I didn't like this scene at all, because once upon a time, Candy and Phaedra were really good friends. Now, you got Don Juan and Todd there, and Mama Joy shows up. Now, Todd is talking about this new, because Ace has so many followers on IG, they figured why not start a line of, I guess, clothes and toys and accessories for babies for under Ace's name, and they talking about that. Then the conversation switches to Kenya's housewarming party, where Sugar Mama, as they call her, she is saying that Kenya put Portia out. Mama Joy said, if you don't like a bitch, why would you, you know I don't like this girl, why would you bring her? And that's right. But then again, it took a turn that I ain't feel like it should have taken. Now, shade is one thing, but you gotta have a boundary to me of what you willing to do. I know based on what I see people don't have no boundaries, but I live in a world where I have boundaries, because I respect me as well as respecting you. And I felt like Mama Joyce in this scene was very wrong, because she went to shading the hell out of Phaedra, saying Phaedra should be sitting in a jail cell right next to Apollo. Now, do I agree with her? Hell yeah. I agree with that, but I don't think that was something she should say. And I feel like Candy should have called her mama and Don Juan on saying that kind of stuff, because once upon a time, y'all were really good friends, and based upon that, regardless, y'all have decided that y'all can be in the same place and be cordial to each other. Why sit there and allow your mama to shade like that? Because if that had been Todd, or that they was talking about, you'd have had something to say. That'd have been Riley, you'd have had something to say. Hell, if it had been your mama, you'd have had something to say. So why not tell your people? See, it's cool with being friends with people and having them on your payroll, but it should be a limit to the thing that they're willing to say around you to disrespect. And that right there ain't gonna do nothing but serve to be more ammunition and more animosity that's gonna be built up between you and Phaedra when she watched the playback of this show. That wasn't called for. I felt like whatever you gonna say, tell them what you had to say. But when they start going that far about Phaedra, you should have told them, look, hold up, me and Phaedra done made an agreement. We cordial to each other. I ain't appreciate what some of the shit she done said about me in the past. I'm sure she don't like some of the stuff I said about her in the past. But going forward, we have decided that we're gonna try to be cordial to each other, and we're not gonna do this right here. So in effort to keep everything straight, we're not gonna do this shit right here. But she didn't. She let that ride, and I had a problem with that. They also talked about that old lady gang restaurant, and they plan on taking Bertha and Ainor and all the girls on over there to see it, because from what I'm understanding, it's taking a lot longer than what was expected. It was supposed to have been done in May by Candace's birthday. Now they projected August, and hell, this show is airing now in November, and y'all know the shit ain't up, okay? Whatever. Okay, what's the next thing that we seen? Next scene was the scene, and it might not be in order, but this will happen. Noelle come down there and see Cynthia in that kitchen. They exchange pleasantries about what they gonna do, and then the conversation starts about Peter. Noelle said her mama look happier now than she done looked in a long time. She said, was it that obvious that I was unhappy? And Noelle told her, yeah, I used to hear you guys argue late at night, and I always wonder, why would you sit there and take that, Mom? Do you have self-esteem? That hit Cynthia so hard that it brought her to tears. Now, y'all know it don't take much to make her, well, it don't take nothing but Nene, but she went to crying because she ain't never want her daughter to feel that way, you know. I personally think there come a time where it's over, just let it go. And I was glad, you know, I was shocked to see Peter because according to what he had said earlier in the year, he wasn't probably going to be on this show, period, no more. That's what he told straight from the A. But he's on here this episode, and they met up basically. She wanted him to get in touch with the lawyer so the lawyer can send him the paperwork so they can push this divorce on through. Peter decided to tell Cynthia that he went to the doctor because he was having some really bad chest pains, and when the doctor or the nurse asked him who was it that he wanted to call in the case of an emergency, he realized at that moment that he ain't got nobody no more. It's over with them. Now, Cynthia's saying you still could call me because I don't want us to be enemies. I just, you know, we started off as friends. We've shared a whole lot. You have been my go-to person. I've been your go-to person. I don't feel like that necessarily should end because our marriage is ended. I just can't be married to you no more. You could tell that they're sad. You know, he kind of, I don't know, child, either he missing her signature or else he missing her, because he seemed like he was really sad about it. But he agreed to, he called a lawyer there, told the lawyer, send him the paperwork, he'll have his people in North Carolina look at it, gave her a hug and told her basically wish her the best, you know. And that's how that ended. I was like, Lord Jesus, be a shield, whatever. Now, you had Portia and Sheree meeting up. They met up because of bottom line, Portia finna have an event. She want her to come in there. It was shade in there. I don't give a shit, okay? Let me see what else happened in this here moment before I... Okay, the old lady gang goes up to see the site of where the restaurant is going to be, and it's nothing really done. Now, you could tell Bertha ain't here for the bullshit. She ain't trying... Oh, is it Nora? No, I think it's Bertha. Bertha ain't here for it, honey. She don't give a fuck. If I'm wrong, go down in that clean panty section and let me know which did I get them anus mixed up. But basically, you know, the other two, Aunt Mama Joyce and Nora, seem like they cool with it. Bertha just ain't, she just mean as fuck. And they decided that when they do open, they're gonna kind of keep on Bertha away from the people. On Nora talking about taking pictures with everybody for $5 a picture. I said, child, Sheree tried that down at that Piedmont Park couple about a year ago and got her ass read for fifth. Don't fuck around and be the topic of a read right here. I know we like you, but bitch, $5 to see. Y'all ain't celebrities. Whatever, child. Anyhow. Anyway, let me see what else. Did I forget anything in between? I don't think I did. Now, let's go down to Portia's event. Portia's event is actually this place called, I think it's called the Magic Box or something like that. Anyway, Mystery Box or something. What it is each group of women, they're going to get into a team. You had Portia, Kenya, and Cynthia on one team. Sheree, and the other two girls, Candy and Phaedra. What they have to do is go into these two separate rooms. One is set up like a doctor's office. The other one is set up like a study or a library or something. But they have to look for clues to be able to find the way to get out of their door, to unlock the door. If you find yourself having issues, you can press this little button and somebody will come in and help you. Right off the bat, Kenya and them had to call. Now, Kenya didn't necessarily want to call, but Cynthia and Portia did, because, you know, they not very, you know, they not all that when it comes to the brain. They more of a beauty type of bitch. But neither one of them eventually found it. But Phaedra and them group did a whole lot better than what Kenya's group did. And I thought that was rather interesting. I wouldn't mind doing something like that. That wasn't no bad idea, Portia. Coming from you, I'm shocked, bitch. But all right, girl, all right. Yeah, that anger manager make you change some things about. I know, girl, about that anger manager, baby. That anger management got me some act right, honey, because each one of them motherfucking classes was like $45 a class and shit. And I was ordered to 8 of them, so shit, girl, that anger manager get you real good, get you all the way together, okay? So it's good to see y'all doing that now. But folks, as the ladies are leaving, why it was that Kenya couldn't just let this go. See, Kenya, I'm going to tell you something. But I guess I can see it in 2 ways. I can see if a bitch says something about you, you feel like you need to go on and step to him. But considering that this is the context of this show, I don't see why the fuck you gave a damn. But you want to ask Sheree that Lena say that she did a whole bucket list of shit that she didn't do in her house. And Sheree at first thought you was joking. Well, she thought you was serious because you was talking about y'all could help each other with your homes. I thought you was serious about it till you went to talk about you don't need no help. How long the woman done had the business. Oh yeah, they went to I'm gonna talk about that too before I go any further with this after the magic box situation. You had Cynthia, Candy, and Kenya at Kenya's dime. They go down there to the Sweet Peach to get some, get they lawn mowed and any other grass they might be growing to get mowed down. And child Cynthia, and they eating the candy wax. The rest of them, I guess, got whatever they needed done or whatever. But it also came out before they went back there to get their little waxings and stuff that Lena had told Kenya that Sheree really talked bad about her house. I don't know why these two women are having this argument. Okay, yeah, it did take Sheree down to 10 years. I'm just playing, y'all. It took her 5 years to get this house built. But damn, it don't matter, girl. And it don't matter if the house is in your name or your mama's name. Here with Funky Don even told us last year, a year before that, you was juggling shit in people's names because you had some IRS issues and stuff. So it ain't like we give a damn, girl. You said don't call it a comeback, call it a takeover. Take over like a lady and stop taking over like old hood rat, want to fight ass all the time type of old bitch, because don't nobody got time for that shit. Now, I like you, but for you to be one of the older chicks on here, you ought to have better sense than what you got. That's the reason why I didn't understand why the fuck you and Kenya got into it after the mystery box situation when she made the offer to talk about y'all was supposed to be gonna help each other with the homes. I thought that was a great idea, but of course that was sarcasm on Kenya's part. Kenya got to step to her and ask her about all the stuff that she said and remind Sheree that it done took her 4 years to get her house fixed and that the house is not Chateau Sheree but Chateau Thelma. Who gives a flying fuck? I really don't care. And see, this is part of why Kenya is so hard for people to take to you, twirl. And you know I love you, but girl, sometimes you ain't got to do this shit. Now, I assume that this was for the show, because I really don't think that in the real world today, you would give 2 flying fucks what a bitch say about where you staying at. As long as your ass has got a roof over your head. Bitch, they down here saying I stay in the trailer park, and I'm repping this shit proudly, knowing damn well I don't live in no trailer park. But you let a stupid hoe be a stupid hoe all day long. You don't try to be a part of that. You don't be up here trying to do the most with the least when them bitches doing it for you. Let them do it. Doesn't really matter. But y'all get into this whole argument. They say, bitches and hoes is being named. And you talking about before it gets out of control, you going to walk out. Well, Kenya, let me tell you something. You should have known that was going to turn like that when you started talking to Sheree. Because, after T.O.P., Sheree got a mouth on her just like you do. If you don't want to have none, don't start none. That's all I'm saying, girl. Just don't start none. And be proud of the fact that you did what you had to do to get your house up and running. Girl, you got a home. A lot of people ain't got no motherfucking home. You got people around here worried about if they going to be able to pay their goddamn mortgage every goddamn month without help. So you need not be, don't worry about that. Some people ain't got no home. Shit, some people can't even make rent. Girl, be cool with that. I just thought that was really silly, and it was stupid to me for them to get into that argument. And then Sheree falling behind her as she's walking out, talking about, why you walking out? This shit ain't over. I mean, I'm getting too old. Well, so they just done woke me out, and I need to see some fresh ass faces. But that was the episode in its entirety. If I left anything out, y'all jump down in that old nice clean panty section that I cleaned out for y'all this weekend, and y'all let a bitch know, if what she forgot, and if you feel like it's something we need to discuss down here. But that's all I got out of it. I'm waiting to see when I'm really gonna start I mean, it's cool, it's keeping me tuned in, but it just seemed like it's a pickup and not a new season starting over. That's why I said, Annie, y'all might need to start looking at some different people. But child, that's all I got. I'll be back tomorrow with Black Ink Crew and part 1 and 2 of the Love and Hip Hop Hollywood reunion. In the meantime, in between time, please like, comment, subscribe. Thank you all for watching another Gator Crop production, bitch. And I'll see y'all hoes later. Here, y'all get down in that comment in that comment section. Tell me what y'all think about this episode. And do you feel like, is it moving slow? Is it me? Because maybe I need to not be so serious about it. I don't know. I'm just I'm not bored. It's just like, okay, I'm waiting on something new. It's like, when you've had the same thing over and over and over again, you want something fresh and something different, and I'm just not getting that in this episode. All I'm getting is the same shit, same old basic reads that y'all give each other every year. Child, do better. Anyway, that's it, y'all. I'll holler at y'all tomorrow for what I just said, Love and Hip Hop reunion and Black Ink Crew. And hopefully Black Ink Crew don't make me want to pull my motherfucking wig off my head today, bitch. Bye.